Have you ever had to lock your bedroom door to stay alive? How did you end up in that situation? We were 4 weeks into the semester when my classmate Lorraine disappeared. Her dad had passed away 1 week ago. They got into a car crash, and in that final second when he realized there was nothing he could do, he unbuckled and threw his body over hers to protect her. She woke to find his head in her lap, a steel beam impaled through his skull, the beam that should have been through hers. She ended up returning 3 weeks later, and when she did, I found her behind the gym picking her cuticles bloody. I told her, I lost my mom 3 years ago. I know what it's like. She looked up with hollow eyes and I couldn't leave her there. Later at my house, she met my dad. Grief gets easier to carry, not lighter, he said gently. Her whole body unclenched like she'd been holding her breath since the accident. That first afternoon turned into a routine. Lorraine would walk home with me, settle at our kitchen table with calculus while dad cooked. He'd hum again, something he hadn't done since mom died. Setting 3 plates became automatic. A month in, she knew which drawer had the good pens, where we kept the glasses, but everything shifted at mini golf. Lorraine froze at the windmill hole, then dropped her putter sobbing. My dad and I played here. Dad rushed over, steadying her shaking shoulders. You're like another daughter to me, he said. You're always welcome here. Lorraine whispered, thank you, Dad, before catching herself. The way her face lit up saying that word made my stomach twist. Lorraine started small. I spotted her wearing my gray hoodie at school, the one with the paint stain. When I had plans, she'd show up anyway. I'd find her on our couch doing homework while Dad made her snacks. The way she'd settled into my usual spot made something tighten in my chest. Then came the moment everything cracked open. Ramona asked about weekend plans, and Lorraine answered first. Our dad is taking us to the movies. The words hit me like cold water. I watched her mouth form them so casually, like she'd been saying them her whole life. The cafeteria went quiet. Ramona's eyes darted between us. My face burned watching Lorraine not even notice her mistake. After school, I pulled her aside by the lockers. You need to stop calling him Dad. Her expression shifted into something frightening. Looking at her face, I realized I didn't know this person anymore. The Lorraine I'd befriended was gone. She seized my wrists, nails breaking skin. You don't understand! Spit hit my face as she screamed. You get a dad! Mine is rotting underground! The shove sent me crashing into metal. My skull rang. Dad appeared from nowhere, yanking her back while she fought him. My legs shook as I watched them struggle. When had she gotten so strong? Once he got her calm, he said quietly, Lorraine, I think we need a break from visits. Her face emptied. Then she smiled with nothing behind her eyes. Of course, family comes first. I knew something was wrong before I even reached our front door the next day. It stood unlocked. Dad never forgot to lock it. My skin prickled as I called out, silence. I pushed my bedroom door open and Lorraine lunged from behind it. My heart hammered so hard I thought it would burst through my chest. My own shampoo filled my nose as we hit the floor. She'd prepared for this. Duct tape sealed my mouth before I could scream. The rope came from my backpack, binding me to my desk chair while I thrashed. The rope bit into my skin. I could taste blood where I'd bitten my tongue fighting her. My purple Christmas sweater lay waiting on the bed. She stripped and put it on slowly, smoothing the fabric like something holy. At my mirror, she practiced my nervous laugh until goosebumps covered my arms. Each perfect imitation made bile rise in my throat. How long had she been rehearsing this? The voice coming from her mouth was mine. Hi, Dad. I'm home. Should we get Chinese? She'd been studying me. I couldn't stop staring at her hands touching my things, wearing my life like a costume. Scissors appeared from her pocket. She grabbed my hair and cut close to the scalp, holding each piece to her head to check the match. Then she knelt, tracing my face with her fingertips like reading a map. If you scream, I'll hurt your dad too. When I struggled harder, she drove the scissors into my side without blinking. The scissors went in with a wet sound that made me want to vomit. I felt the fabric stick to my skin as blood spread, hot and wrong. She returned to the mirror, copying how I tucked hair behind my ear, how I moved my hands while talking. Dad's car rumbled outside. Lorraine went rigid. He's not supposed to be here yet. Footsteps climbed the stairs. Time slowed down. I could see Dad taking in the scene. The blood, the scissors, his daughter becoming prey, his face drained white. Lorraine whirled with the red scissors. Don't come closer. She was trying to keep me away, but Dad had already launched himself at her. They slammed into my bookshelf. Books crashed around them. I rocked violently, tipping the chair sideways, inching forward, rope cutting deeper, tasting copper in my mouth from screaming against the tape. Dad wrestled her down. Call 911. I dialed with my nose. Full story on channel linked below.